Hello guys, I want to share with you first of all the lives of two people which have really moved me when I've read about them in more detail. Both people had illnesses, which you're going to see in a minute. The first person is William Wilberforce. He's the person who abolished the slave trade in the 18th century. He was the Member of Parliament, a very religious man who was only about 5 foot in stature, but was absolutely convicted that slavery was wrong and overcame a lot of rejection. Apparently over 30 years it took him from when he first campaigned to get rid of slavery to actually make it happen. And the more and more I read about the opposition that he went through, is the more it just blows my mind that he actually stuck with it to achieve it. And the question I ask myself is, why would anyone pursue a course of action whereby all the odds seem stacked against you? That's the question. I mean, at the time, for example, Wilberforce did this. There were very powerful economic interests. I mean, England was the most powerful empire in the world at the time. And the more I read it as a historian, there was no historical reason for him to believe that he was ever going to achieve it, and yet he stuck with it. I actually read he had an illness. I'm not sure what the illness was. He was also, as well, some people hired some thugs to beat him up, and did a really horrible job. They beat him up, punched him, kicked him, threw feces at him, but he kept on going. And I thank God that he did, because if he didn't, I probably wouldn't be here today. Therefore, that's William Wilberforce, who said that he was convicted that this was a cause worth dying for. And it's interesting because one of the people, one of my mentors, has this saying, which is that all leaders are readers, and they seek to emulate those people who they admire. And I was listening to something that Will Smith was saying, which is that his key to success was having a cause, something which you believe it so much you will die for it. And that means you've got to be sold out to a cause, whatever that may be. That could be academic, that could be your profession, that could be helping those in need, that could be helping those around the world or on your doorstep who don't have a home, whatever it is, a cause bigger than yourself. Next to that is this guy, I call him a superhero, and I'd love to meet him. His name is Nick Vujicic. On YouTube, he's got lots and lots of hits. He's born with no arms and no legs. It's a rare condition. The doctors don't know why it happened, but he has no arms and no legs. And his ministry is called Life Without Limbs. So life without limbs, life without limits. So life without limbs, life without limits. Please, after you've watched this, please go onto his YouTube channel and look at him, Nick Vujicic. I think Vujicic is spelled V-U-J-I-V-I-C. But what got me today, when listening to him this morning and reading about him in his book Unstoppable, was that what he says was that naturally when he was born, he felt at school that he was the odd one out because he had no arms, no legs. And of course, kids can be cruel, people can stare and so forth. But he's now learned that the importance of life for him is to have purpose, a purpose bigger than himself, something which gives him strength. And I guarantee when you listen to Nick Vujicic, there'll be no question at all within the first 10 seconds that he has purpose. And what he did was he challenges all his listeners to have a purpose, something that you will go all out for. And that can mean being embarrassed, that can mean doing things which your friends, family may think are crazy, because you are following the footsteps that you know you have to follow. I mean, I'm someone who loves fashion and style, and I was listening to Tom Ford, who I think is the best designer on the planet. He was talking about his rise to where he is now, and Tom Ford was saying the same thing. He was saying that he possibly isn't the most skilled or most creative designer. What he has, though, is a die-hard work ethic which is uncompromising. He said that he's always working and believes in himself, and of course that in turn fuels his talent. So I want to share that with you in terms of these three people who constantly challenge me, and I'm all about personal development and self-improvement, and that really comes from what you read, and that can be reading books, but also as well on YouTube, just listening to those inspiring people and really looking to take from their lives, and even if one doesn't have the talent, as Tom Ford was saying, which is hard work and belief often gives birth to talent. I'll say that again. hard work and self-belief often gives birth to talent because you put the work in. You will never put the work in unless you first of all believe that putting the work in is going to pay off. So I'm going to do more in this series, what I call that leaders are readers, and bringing you more inspiring books and stories that I believe when you apply them can really, really change your life. So again, I love getting dialogue with people. So on the link below, click on the link below, but also as well, email me your details. What do you think about these stories? Again, please on YouTube look them up, especially there's one thing do today is look at the life of Nick Vujicic, just one of his videos. There's several up there, and just tell me what you think in terms of specifically how will it inspire you, what action will you take to actually pursue those dreams and goals, and what obstacles are you willing to overcome it. I feel challenged. If a guy with no arms and no limbs, if he can go after it and make life happen, then there's no reason why everyone else can't do that. So to your success, I'll speak to you soon. Have a great day.